job well done. And tonight I have a proclamation for the Eagle Scouts in Highland Park. So I'm going to ask Council Member Matt Hale to join me up here with the members of the Scouts today. And hereby recognize and admire the hard work and dedication of Eric Yang and congratulate him on his many achievements. Thank you, Eric. Reminded me, tonight we will be voting on second reading of the new plastic bag ban ordinance here in Highland Park. And as after it's voted on here, if it passes tonight, then you'll be hearing more from us about when the actual enforcement of this ordinance will go into effect. So I want to thank Tina and Sustainable for their hard work on this. I want to thank all the residents who participated in the open public meeting discussions we had on this topic. Your input was used, and some of the comments were added to the ordinance to make it the best it could possibly be for Highland Park. So congratulations to everyone.
So you said after 6 months, right?
It's 2 months period, which is education and getting ready. At the end of that 2 months begins a 6-month period where there's a 10 cents per plastic bag fee. At the end of that, it will then become no plastic bags allowed, 10 cents per paper or other recyclable bag.
Number 12.
Oh, number 12.
That's it. It's passed.
It's not in.
Okay. Thank you, Tina.
Tina, before you
We
leave,
can't, Tina, we're not allowed to. Yeah.
Not yet.
You missed your public hearing.
No, there's another public hearing.
Public discussion.
but
Not
but
yet.
I can. And the next target, we're going to go after straws, and styrofoam, and such. So that'll be on the agenda at the next meeting. New Year. We had a recent meeting that the borough administrator worked very hard to put together about our perennial complaints about the deer problem. But this was a gathering of 2 representatives from the Fish and Wildlife under Environmental Protection. They brought in a lot of information about all of the methodologies used for controlling deer, what some of the problems were, and gave us some great suggestions. I know Councilman Hale was there as well, members of the Meadows Trail and the Sanctuary. So we had all different pieces with different information, and out of that, as the administrator will perhaps fill in a little bit more, their suggestion is the best way to get a handle on it is modern technology. They actually use drones, so we're in the process of negotiating with a company that does these types of drone surveys of the town to tell us where the deer are for real, where they're hiding out for real. So we are moving forward on that project. I know that.
Thank you. So Highland Park had another fire last week, and I want to just talk for a moment about some of the heroics of our public safety professionals. On February 1st, 2019, at 3 a.m., the Highland Park Police Department started receiving 911 phone calls about smoke in an apartment building at 100 Montgomery Street. The Highland Park Fire Department was dispatched along with officers from the police department. Firefighter Norman Shammy arrived at 100 Montgomery Street along with officers Elena Giles and Joseph O'Lara. The officers observed smoke and smoky conditions in the lobby of the building and began evacuating residents, while firefighter Shammy noticed flames coming out of the window on the north side of the building. Officers Giles and O'Lara were able to gain entry to a first-floor apartment. Inside, they discovered an unresponsive male lying on the floor. The officers were able to pull the victim to safety, while firefighter Shammy was fighting the fire from the outside kitchen window. The victim was triaged outside of the apartment and taken to Robert Wood Johnson Hospital. He was then transferred to St. Barnabas Hospital's burn center for further treatment. He remains in critical but stable condition. Both officers were taken to St. Peter's Hospital for treatment of smoke inhalation and were released later that morning.